Fortunately, I was at least somewhat outfitted, so.
Okie dokie.
And the dead air continues.
Indeed.
Largely because I don't know how to follow up having equipment in Hytale.
By not having equipment in Hytale.
Yeah, you're not kitted out.
Yeah, I don't know how
Can
to
you
tell you
build
this. I
Rainbow
feel.
Road.
Oh, yes, you can. We will not be doing that again, for the record.
Yet.
No. Again. We won't be building whatever that monstrosity Eggs and Hams built was.
What was it that they were building?
Goblin Valley?
Well, that was the real monument, but he built a pyramid that went all the way to the top of the updated skybox.
The skybox? Oh my gosh.
And you couldn't see the entire pyramid because you can't load enough chunks to see it.
Wait, who is this?
Eggs.
Eggs and Ham?
But
Yeah,
I didn't know. I just heard he had built one. I hadn't seen it. Then one time I took the railway and then I saw something. I'm like, what is this biome? This is bizarre. Everything's too low. There's a bunch of random, like, just rocks everywhere. Floating. Why are there floating ponds? What is going on? And then I saw the pyramid and I suddenly realized what I had passed was a desert that he had strip mined like he was a Captain Planet villain for all the sand in it.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, which kind of felt a little, I don't know. I was the one who was making pyramids, and then he comes and builds that. Yeah.
You were making pyramids. He was making pyramid one singular ever.
I was making a Dyson pyramid.
Basically.
Yeah.
It was so big.
We used prism.
It was so big. We made the sealed tuna can of evil so people could summon the Wither, making it out of bedrock so that you could summon it without it blowing everything up.
Wait, was that in the pyramid?
Yeah, that was inside the pyramid.
I forgot about that.
I got his permission for it. I'm like, hey, I want to put this inside the pyramid. What do you think? And he just said, lol, okay. Which I think was the longest sentence I ever heard from the man.
So wait, you had to put a thing of bedrock in there to hold it?
Yeah, because otherwise it shoots a bunch of...
the only thing the Wither can't destroy.
Because, yeah, it can destroy obsidian as well, right?
Yeah. And
so we just basically created an arena
that was impossible for it to get out of. All right. Well, it's time.
I still remember the time Eggs and Ham's wife made a birthday cake. It was either for her or him. I can't remember. But she, like, wouldn't tell us what the cake was. She's like, I don't want to tell you because then you won't want to eat it. I'm like, what? Like, what are you talking about? I don't want to say. It's like, come on, you got to tell us. Like, now we're, like, worried. Like, what is in this cake? And she's like, it's a zucchini cake. And then all of us are like, oh, of course I've had a zucchini cake before. Those are great. What are you talking about?
All right, well, let's get started. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hello, Max Woof Woof. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hello, Max Woof Woof. Okay, here we go. Seven years ago, a bunch of modders who had been running one of the biggest modded Minecraft servers in the world, Hypixel Studios, announced that they were making their own block game. They were calling it Hytale. Everyone was jazzed when they saw it. This trailer that you're seeing now, it got over 30 maybe it was over 60 million views. I can't remember. I forgot. It was definitely over 30 million at least. And just everyone was excited for it. And then Riot bought it. And then development hell happened. And then 6 years passed and nothing happened. And then Riot finally said, it's done. We're unfortunately canceling it. And that should have been the end. But Hytale, like a phoenix, rose from the ashes and is now in early access. And I want to talk about it because it is episode, what was it, 87 of I Think We Overleveled? I can't remember what number. Point is, I'm very excited for this. How's it going, gang?
It's going.
It's been a minute.
All
Yeah.
right, yeah.
It has been a while.
It's been a struggle to get this episode going, but here we are. We made it. So, Baggins and I have been playing Hytale, and Petrivka and Lunasar have not, so this should make it for a good episode.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how this goes.
So
Because
this
they were part of our Minecraft server back in the day.
Yes. And so I am looking forward to this discussion. I think it should be interesting. But yeah, this game is one of the biggest just white pills in the gaming landscape right now to me.
A little bit.
Well, in a lot of ways, I feel like it's doing the homework he gave me to learn about this game, it felt like a repeat of Expedition 33's story.
In what way?
In a lot of ways. And in the way of when you have you have some good developers, but they're part of this big, giant, bloated company, and they can't get anything done. Bureaucratic nightmare takes over, destroys everything, and then when they eventually just pare down to a small team of just a few dozen people at most, suddenly the production rate increases exponentially, the quality increases exponentially. It's just the whole too many cooks in the kitchen creates crappy video games.
What, you don't like games designed by committee?
No, they're terrible.
Well, so let's actually talk about that for a second, because what happened was basically this trailer, like I said, I was looking back, it was 67 million views this trailer got.
And this was like 2020 when it dropped?
It was 7 years ago, so it was 2019.
2019. Oh,
Wow.
it was the before times even.
Yes.
Jeez.
And so
Wait.
the whole reason this even happened was because they were in charge of like some of the biggest modded Minecraft servers in the world, and you had to pay to get access to them and all this. And so this was their business. And then Microsoft kind of came a knocking and said, "Hey, we're going to start more actively enforcing our terms of service." And they said it about as vague as that. And they couldn't get a straight answer on what that really meant, because they were worried that, Microsoft would be like, you can't monetize it the way you're doing it, that type of thing. And so they decided, okay, we need to just do our own thing, because like, even if Microsoft is like not being abusive in any way, shape, or form, we're still beholden to the whims of a multinational corporation whose objectives could change overnight.
Yeah,
And we want to
it's like,
control our
even if-
destiny.
Yeah, even if they're not abusing it now, that doesn't mean they won't later.
Exactly.
Also, it's Microsoft. It's almost a guarantee that they will abuse it later.
Yeah, well. But anyway, so they did that, and the trailer did so well, Riot Games came a knocking and bought them, because Riot was making their big push trying to be not just League of Legends. And the first thing they did was say, "Hey, we want you to make this for everything. And so we're going to need to start over completely." And so they did. And, there's like, all right, we're going to need to hire a lot more people, because you're going to need it. And slowly but surely, it just gets in its own way.
Okay, As I'm watching this, this is an incredibly robust creative mode.
Well, and this is the benefit of modders making the game.
Yes.
They want this thing to be perfect for people doing stuff creative.
Yeah.
Because there's already people who have modded this game to an insane degree, and we're just in the first beta. There's people who have turned this into a Vampire Survivors game. And there's people, and there's people who've turned it into a side-scrolling beat 'em up. And so, and they're just, this is their plan, because again, they're modders, and so they want to mod.
Mm-hmm. But seriously, like as I'm playing it, I'm just like, this just feels like better Minecraft.
Well, okay, so let's start there. Like, what's something that feels like better Minecraft to you?
Okay, so this is something that might be off-putting for some people, but I enjoy it. Is just the crafting system. It's not just, hey, I've got a grid and I'm going to put stuff in and make it. Like I actually, you mentioned not really enjoying it, but I actually like the fact that you have to like level up your various crafting tables. So like you don't just use one crafting table for everything. You've got one for, for weapons. You got one for armor. You've got one for farming stuff. You've got one. I enjoy that. I like that progression, and so.
Yeah, the biggest thing with crafting for me that I do enjoy is the fact that when you craft, it pulls from all your crates within 8 spaces of you.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah, no, the games that have that are, it's a very nice feature.
That's a great QOL feature there.
Oh, yeah.
There.
Oh, it's
actually,
huge.
Like,
wasn't
it was
it
nice when they added that to Stardew Valley, as a matter of fact.
Wasn't it 14 spaces?
It said last patch notes I read it was 8. I
thought it was 14, and then like up and down it was 8.
So last I read, so I could be wrong on the exact numbers, but last I read it was 8 horizontal, 6 vertical.
Okay.
And so they might have increased it again. They might have increased it since then.
I think it's more than that now, because I think that like when I craft, it pulls from
just add some dimensional storage and you'll be set.
Yeah.
No, that's a different game.
I'm sorry. I'm
so
never satisfactory pilled. So
well, so that's the thing that's interesting is I poked Lunasar with this. They're trying to add automation developers.
Oh, let's go. I might actually play this thing.
Now I think part of it's because there isn't right now a Redstone equivalent to this game. And one of the reasons for that is, I think it's Simon is the lead developer. I can't remember. But one of the things is they have this idea of this, they want to keep the fantasy feel of the world, in the base game, I should say. And so they want to add automation tools, but they kind of want to keep it in the steampunk or gearpunk style. Just because they want it to fit.
Right now I'm still stuck in medieval fantasy.
No superposition oscillators for you, huh?
Not in the base game.
Is it gearpunk or more like a Magitech? Because that's sort of the.
I don't know. He was making it sound like Gears. I don't know. He's just positing things. And once again, there are already so many mods. In fact, I've got to find that video.
Have you installed any mods on our server?
The only mod our server has, and for the record, this is another really good thing. If you install a mod on the server, you don't have to download the mod to play on the server. It's on the server side.
Well, I think Minecraft did that as well.
I don't know. I just remember it was a thing. So, as I was saying, there's mods already in the game, and here's a mod that Lunasar and Petrivka may enjoy.
Oh my.
Oh my gosh, it's Factorio.
Yeah, so that's already been modded into the game.
Hmm.
I haven't
Oh,
put it.
there it is.
Wild.
Yeah, I just found that and just trying to figure out. So I am trying to figure out what mods I want to add to the server. For the record, we do have a server. It's a big server right now of me and Baggins.
Well, granted,
Burgeoning.
there is a game that is kind of Factorio in a Minecraft setting, and I did buy it. I haven't played it yet, but it's called Foundry.
Is that the spacey one, or is that Starforge? I forget. There's several now.
Well, the Spacey, are you thinking Space Engineers? Because that one's...
No.
No.
That one's old.
Foundry, you're trying to build you're trying to replicate robots like yourself.
Ah.
One of the things I do really like about this game, oh my gosh, this is Expedition 33.
What? Like the
This
characters?
boss is based on a super boss from Expedition 33.
This isn't a boss. It's
well,
it's a PvP fight, so they both just have the skins.
Okay. It just looked a lot like and had the same name as a super boss.
Yeah.
Not Zoom, the other one, but anyway. Now one of the things I really like is the setting just feels so much more rich. Because, like, for example, when you spawn, you don't just sort of drop into the middle of some random world. You wake up in like a crumbling temple. And it's just like, oh, this is some fun flavor.
They have a lot more pre-built structures around that make you feel like you're exploring a world that is missing a civilization somewhere.
And the structures are more than just like a, like a 4x4 house, like 4x4 squares. Like because like I've been wandering around and I found an abandoned village just out there. And I'm just like, this is really cool.
I am fairly certain. So one of the other things, the seams of the game world are harder to find, especially compared to old Minecraft where we had chunk loading errors. Now Minecraft is better now, but this feels even more solid than Minecraft. And so I went into God mode just to start flying to try and see how the generation works, because it generates out pretty far. And as I was doing that, I saw way more biomes than I thought were going to be there.
Oh, there's tons of well, and that's another thing that's really cool, because it's not just, oh, here's a desert and here's an ocean. It's like they have progressively higher difficulty biomes. So you start off in what is it, Emerald Hills?
Something like that.
It sounds like a Sonic starting area.
Green Hills.
But then you go out and there are level 2 zone biomes, and then there's level 3 biomes, and then there's the hellscape that is a level 4 biome
that I accidentally walked into, and then I had to fight a thing with a giant scythe.
And so, but it just feels more like in Minecraft. In Minecraft, it felt like I had to kind of make my own fun. But in this one, it feels more like they're expecting me to make said fun, if that makes sense. For example, I decided I want to build a farm. There's a farming table, and there's tons of different kinds of seeds that you can get, and like you can level it up, and you can get better things and it's just like, rather than just feeling like, I'm going to put some plants in a square and say it's a farm. It's like, I feel like I'm actually building a farm.
Well, and then on top of it, I think the game does a very good job of trying to encourage you to interact and go out and explore. Because to upgrade your tables, it's like, okay, to upgrade to level 2, you now need thorium. And it's like, okay, well, wait, where do I get thorium? It's like, oh, I'm gonna have to go to a level 2 area and go into caves there. and I'm going to run into
Yeah.
mobs there. Oh crap, my gear's not good enough to handle these things. I might need to upgrade my blacksmith table so I can go do that. And it just encourages you to go mess with other systems.
Well, and that isn't just in I'm going to combat. For example, again with farming, to level up your farming table, one of the things you have to gather is not higher level but wood that only spawns in higher level areas. And so I had to go out and explore because one of them it says you need redwood, and I was like, oh, there. And the thing that's really cool is that there are certain things that you can build from, say, light wood or dark wood or dry wood, there's different kinds of wood, but there's different trees that give each type of, so for example, for not light wood, soft wood, you can do like birch or not birch, beech, or a few other different things, but they're all softwood. And so,
well, and the other thing that I like is, and this is a small thing, with the trees. If you haven't watched it,
oh, it's wonderful.
you just as soon as you make it so the trees aren't touching the ground, the rest of the tree falls over and you get all the tree.
It's wonderful.
It's an absolute
Yeah,
another
one
quality
of
of
my favorite
life.
things about the game. It's just like, oh, this was made by people who played Minecraft.
Well, and then on the note of the, like you're talking about, there's the different types of trees. Each tree makes a different kind of door, and it's not just like, oh, the door's a different color. It's a completely different design of door. They make different signs, and they're different kinds of signs.
Yeah. Or fences,
yeah, and it's just very much trying to give you building options.
Mm-hmm.
Which is to say nothing of the creative tools that we were looking at earlier. One of the things in the creative mode, I was messing around with it in a different area. I need to figure out how to undo what I did, because you can place objects in the world. They don't have to be snapped directly to the blocks.
What?
They can be rotated a couple of degrees. I think I saw a video from them. Let's see, what was it? Let's just look up Hytale. But like the person wanted to make like just one sec. The person wanted to make it's like an inn with like a piece of parchment stabbed into the
table
with a dagger.
Okay.
And so in the creative mode, you can take a dagger, you can rotate it in full free space. Oh, here we are. I think I found it. Yes, entity tools. That's what they call this. Let me just show this here. Because again, they just want people to be able to create whatever world they want. Here we are. So they've got a piece of parchment on this table, and they want to make a dagger that
oh my gosh,
is stabbing the table, has the contract pinned to the table. So they move it freeform in space, and you can just rotate it freeform in space.
Oh, that's great.
And so you've now put a permanent object that can't be destroyed in your world, but it just grants it, as much realism as you want.
And as someone who's messed with game engine development tools, that looks very much just like how you would do it.
Oh, yeah.
In Unity, Godot, or Unreal.
Well, the big one is they want people to build custom biomes. Let's see if I can find where this person was doing it. I forget the name of this person's channel, but they were showing people how to do it. They have a node. Here we are, a node editor. so that you can create custom biomes that have different behavior. And so, for example, one of the things your biome can have is, let's say you want it so that it creates arches. Well, so you need it to make rocks above a certain level, but make it so it's less likely to make rocks if that level has rocks, a certain number of levels beneath it. And so you can have these nodes, building off each other. But then they have another thing called biome blending, because as two biomes bump into each other, instead of it being a sheer, suddenly it's just way different, you want it to blend a little bit. And so you use biome blending to sort of make it such that these biomes will have some blending into them. Well, so for a lot of biomes that's good, but let's say you're trying to make a plateau biome. Well, suddenly you would make it so that it doesn't like blending, because that's kind of the point of a plateau. And so people can use these node editors to make all kinds of custom biomes. And so there's mods for that already. People have already made a few biome mods. I need to really delve into the mods and see what people have made.
Wild. But it's just, again, the setting just feels more.
All I know is I've heard you say that it was built for modders, and honestly, until actually seeing these tools that you're showing, does that really click?
Yeah, well, that was the thing. Like, I had a hard time explaining it, but yeah, you can see how these tools all are designed by modders for modders.
Because anyone who's spent any time playing with the popular engines recognizes what's on the screen. Yeah. No, that's pretty cool, I will admit.
Yeah. Now, the downsides to Hytale right now, one, we're in early access. I don't know how they plan to make money, because they plan to go free to play, and yet they're also planning on letting people do whatever they want with mods. So I'm trying to figure out what microtransactions they can actually do that are can't just be easily bypassed by mods. But then again, they might just be saying, we're the only ones who have access to the store, like the in-game storefront, and we just trust that our in-game storefront will be good enough. Like, I don't know.
So I hate to be that guy, but what are they going to do about moderation?
Yeah, because this is what I'm thinking. When you first told me about Hytale, I had this interest. I'm like, oh, is this some way I can get my kids away from Microsoft? Because they still love to play Minecraft, even though I haven't played Minecraft in years. But
Minecraft's the best-selling game of all time for a reason.
They're playing on my account, because I haven't used the account. They play as mine, and I'm not getting them their own Microsoft accounts. Honestly, I hope they can go through it, their entire life without having to have a Microsoft account.
Too late for mine.
And the only reason why I have a Microsoft account was because of Minecraft. Because back in the day, you didn't have to have a Microsoft account to own Windows, but I was kind of hoping, I'm like, okay, I could get them off of Microsoft, but all I know is this is a team that's kind of built around, hey, we own the biggest Minecraft servers. We have lots and lots of people in there, and I'm like, I don't want my kids anywhere near strangers online.
You don't want it to be a Roblox situation.
I don't want it to, yeah.
That is my number one concern.
And this is kind of my fear from what I've seen of. I'm like, this is kind of people building a more Roblox situation, and to me, this seems like
Wild West.
Because kids are interested.
If I'm completely honest, I believe their mantra would be more towards Wild West, but also I don't want to speak for them, because they haven't made. Because right now, they've been very clear about this. Right now, their only goal is getting this game ready for launch. And so they're fully open right now that there are big gaps in their plans. Because one of the biggest things this game needs its own launcher. It's not on Steam. And
Yeah,
they said they're not opposed to Steam. It's just that right now they're just trying to, like, we need to make sure we have a complete game before we worry about, okay, how do we get to Steam type of thing.
So yeah, so like,
and so I think their advice
have,
would be, if it's a concern, you know, parents need to watch their kids type of thing.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, right now you have to have an account on their Hytale whatever, right?
Yeah.
Like,
And they did recently actually say that they want to make it so you can have multiple profiles on an account.
Okay, well that I mean, that's an improvement over Microsoft already. And,
Yeah.
and one, I mean, back in the day we had to have a Mojang account, and
Yeah.
I was okay with that. And then when I was just really upset when it turned into a Microsoft account. And so I'm still leery of having an account with them, even though that's closer to how it was with Mojang. But
yeah, I would say right now it's more similar to Mojang, but the worry about it being a Roblox situation is a fair one, and I think for them they're probably going to put more of the onus on the parent, if I'm honest.
I mean, the thing is I know both, you and Baggins aren't worried about this, but I'm kind of viewing it from a parent's perspective.
Well, no, it's a very good perspective.
Yeah, because the thing is like, I have my issues with Minecraft, and my kids love to play Minecraft, and the first thing I see with this game is, does this solve my issues I have with Minecraft? And so far the only thing is, well, instead of a Microsoft account, it's a
Hypixel
account.
Oh, right.
Yeah. I would say
the way it was with Mojang, and that's the only difference so far. And the Roblox potential almost looks worse than on Minecraft.
Well, I don't think it can possibly be worse, because they've we don't need to go into the Roblox situation, but
no, I said it looks like it's worse than Minecraft's current situation.
Oh, gotcha.
That arena. Because, yeah, Minecraft's not nearly as bad as the Roblox situation, but I'm saying this one looks like it'd be worse than Minecraft's situation. And so that's why, even though you showed me this game, I'm still hesitant about it.
Yeah. Well, I would say this, you would need to control where your kids are going on this, which, hey, we have a server for them that you can know nothing bad will happen on. But unless they touch my stuff, in which case kids will be taught a lesson. But no, it's a very valid concern, and one that sadly does need to be looked at. And I would say right now, I feel like the developers I think they're still riding the high of, holy crap, we have our game back. Because a lot of the ones they've hired a lot of their old developers back. And so I think there's a lot of excitement for them. But yeah, the moderation side is definitely something they need to look into. Because that is becoming more and more of an issue. Every freaking day, unfortunately.
How's the mic volume now, Pulmonox? Okay, that sounded weird. It's breakfast. It's just breakfast.
But no, that aside, the other thing this game has that Minecraft does not, it has dinosaurs. And it also
that fits the fantasy steampunk setting.
Yeah. So I haven't found where the dinosaurs are. My understanding from talking to people is it might be a Godzilla versus King Kong style thing, where to find the dinosaurs, you might have to find giant chasms in the earth or something and go into the oh dang it, what's it called? Inner Earth or whatever. But
Hollow Earth.
yeah, Hollow Earth. That's what it is.
So kind of like in-game content in Dwarf Fortress sort of stuff.
Maybe. I never played Dwarf Fortress, but the other thing is I love their design. Like, because if it's true that they're underground things, the dinosaurs having the light up like frills and angler things makes a lot of sense. Because they would need to be bioluminescent. I did run. So in the, I forget what it's called. It's like the Burned Lands or something. I don't know. They have lava slugs, and when I was flying around at night in dev mode, I saw this weird glowing thing. What is that? And I realized it was one of the lava slugs that I had killed earlier when I wasn't in creative mode. But at night, it lights up with bioluminescence, and I'm just like, oh my goodness, that is so cool looking.
Wait, how long did the lava slug persist? Because like most of the time when I kill something,
No. This is it's just a random spawn. And so I killed one, and so one spawned again.
Another different one.
Got it.
Yeah.
No,
So it was
a different one, not the one you killed.
Yeah. But it was the exact same kind, you know, because multiple of the same mobs spawned.
You just worded that very confusing. But
Gotcha.
We got
But yeah, it was bioluminescent, and it looked really cool at night. And I like it. The other thing is just, even though like you can easily mod your how you look, I like their character creator.
Yes. I agree. I like the character creator as well.
But yeah, it just, I don't know. I feel like it looks like me.
I also like
if I was cooler.
I also like that it has a compass and waypoints integrated.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, the map in game is so much better than Minecraft.
Oh, and the clunky thing that Minecraft tried to do.
Yeah.
The fact that there is one and it's not an item that you have to look down at.
Yeah, you just hit M.
The Minecraft map is a mod, and then you go to a separate website and have it render. What are you talking about?
Yeah, and so you can just now. Yeah, and it sets like waypoints that you can set custom waypoints on the map, and then it shows up on your compass. And looks like down the line they're going to make it so you can set permanent waypoints on maps and give it names. And I'm like, wait, so we can go out into the world and name things like we're freaking Lewis and Clark?
Yep. Well, and like you've been doing that a little bit with the warps that you're building. Speaking of warps.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. They have teleporters built into the game, but you have to find a certain number of mobs to do it. And it limits the number you can make.
Mock the sound that it makes when you teleport, right?
I'm sure you can.
There's several different sounds. That would be great.
Right now I have everything basic, but I have one because I built an underwater base, and that's the one thing I'll say. I feel breath needs to be a bit longer in this game.
It's a little rough, but I'm guessing maybe there'll be, items that will extend it.
Well, we know there will be, because one of the earlier trailers had like a snorkel thing. Now it's not in game yet, but
it has been just like a snorkel to me.
I just love how snorkels magically let you hold your breath longer underwater.
Clearly.
I see you, Beckons.
I saw him too. I didn't want to acknowledge it.
Much appreciated.
But no, the building that was annoying. Well, building it, I'm nowhere close to done. But
that just like tickles my Subnautica.
Well, I will say, like, right now, one of the things they're planning is expanding the oceans. Because right now, like, I saw a hammerhead shark. I'm like, holy crap, a hammerhead shark. I'm gonna have to fight this thing. And so I swam towards it because I'm like, I have to kill it. Like, it's the natural way. And I then attacked it, and it just tried to
That's
swim
what
away
puts us
from me.
on top of the food chain, right?
Exactly. And so right now the underwater creatures do not attack back. And I was like, okay.
They're old school.
Yeah, old school
Zombies.
Minecraft there.
Yeah, old school zombies right now. Which the day they change that, it's going to be an adjustment for me because I'm probably going to get bodied by some hammerhead shark or a jellyfish. And I'm like, oh crap, I forgot. They attack now. But right now they don't.
Let's talk about inventory management.
What about it?
Like one of the things that I love is like you can go up to a chest, and if you just push R, everything that's in the chest, if you have it in your inventory, it moves it into the chest.
But only what's in the chest.
But only what's in the chest, yes. But although there is an option to do everything as well. But
well, and you know, that's just because whoever is working on this clearly has played Factorio.
Factorio, another one that I've heard a lot of people talk about is oh my goodness, I'm blanking on it. Cave Story? No.
That's a Metroidvania.
Yeah, Terraria. That's what it was. Terraria.
Terraria. Yeah. 2D Minecraft.
Yes. They compared a lot of stuff to Terraria.
My oldest likes Terraria. I tried to get into it. I didn't get super into it. Just I don't know.
I bet the two.
Part of it's because I'm out of my Minecraft phase. In all honesty,
I tried. What was the other one? Something Bound.
Earthbound.
Starbound.
Starbound.
I think I was right.
I tried that, which is basically Terraria, but a little bit more sci-fi. And I enjoyed it.
Same people, right?
I don't know. If it's not, then there's definitely copyright infringement going on. But I tried it out for a little while. I was like, oh, this is fun enough, but it just didn't grab me.
Oh, so what we're seeing right now on screen is their camera mode. And you can set it up so that the camera will follow a path. And then you hit play and then it records as it goes so they're trying to let the machinima people have some cool stuff to do with it.
Wow, that's okay. That's pretty cool.
Ooh, right? Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I do wonder. So my kids, they love to watch YouTubers that make videos on Minecraft, right?
Mm-hmm.
And putting these sorts of tools in, I could see a lot of these content creators switching over to Hytale because of just all the extra built-in tools to make video creation that much easier.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing that I really like about Hypixel is they're really leaning into we're going to let the community figure out how they want to do things. Like it's like we're simply making the engine for it, but the community will decide what it is it needs, and we'll just try to meet it.
Well, because they made a specific type of server. And they're like, let's make it so that other people can make the kind of server they want.
Exactly. Revolutionary. Let's figure out what the fans want and let's give it to them. It's this weird thing. That's not the
way companies operate these days.
Well, yeah, this can kind of guide us back to the whole sort of concept of the video that you shared. Was really, I felt like it was more about the discussion of the development of games broadly in today's context.
Yeah, well, it's because look, we're seeing the AAA's struggle, and we're seeing indies thrive, and part of it is, I just think these smaller indie teams are much closer to their actual fan bases, and thus can one, they know what their fans want better because they are closer, and two, they can respond quicker because they're smaller and more nimble. Now, they can't make things usually as big and like it's going to be real hard to make an MMO with a team of 30, but I also would have thought it'd be impossible to make a game like Expedition 33 with their small team too.
Well, I mean, a big issue with the Riot game was the creeping scope. They just kept trying to be all things for all people at all times, and that just leads itself to endless development.
And what this feels like is they're not trying to be all things, but they're trying to make it so people who want it to be one thing can make it that thing.
Yeah.
I'm also a big believer in too big to succeed. Like, I'm a huge believer in too big to succeed, which is ironic because I've only worked with big companies, but that's actually probably why I believe in too big to succeed, because I work at these large companies. And bureaucracy is a real thing, and especially with something as creative and based around play as gaming. I mean, when you think about it, it's one thing to have these large bureaucracies trying to make a, something more productive, like, think of like Adobe, right? Where they're making tools and other things, or we're, companies that make computer parts or servers or whatever. Like, there's kind of like a standard that they're trying to go for, but games, there's no such thing as a standardized game. In fact, the very concept saying standardized game out loud shows why it's doomed to fail.
Well, that's how you get a Concord.
Yeah. And
develop it by committee for however many years. Miss the win.
Everyone loves hero-based shooters. Let's make another one.
Let's make another one in 6 years.
And so something,
let's try rolling. That's a good trick. Especially
like video games, having too big a team, it is absolutely doomed to fail because it just turns into slop that no one. It's something that's made in the entertainment world for everyone is truly made for no one.
Well, and it ignores the completely organic nature that you need to get these things to succeed. That you just, man, I got to figure out what these tools are because that looks awesome. Anyway, it's like it's a degrading tool. That's awesome. Anyway, they need the community to have buy-in, because if you don't have the buy-in, it's just not going to work. Especially in any of these like you brought up Concord. Like, you spend 6 years building this game, but if you don't get the players wanting to play it, you've just wasted 6 years of development that you could have used to build probably, like, 3 smaller games that could have, been more passion projects, and people probably would have been more interested in.
I think another thing that especially the larger gaming companies kind of fall into is they see massive runaway successes, say like your Fortnites out there, and they're like, all right, we're going to do something that's going to outdo Fortnite. We're going to beat them at their own game, without recognizing that there is only so much gaming time, man hours, however you want to call it. Like there is a true limit.
This is known as blizzard disease. We have people.
I haven't heard that term.
Well, it's because we're playing WoW, and we're also going to build this live service hero shooter, and this live service MOBA, and this live service card game. It's like, I can't play all of these. What are you doing?
Yeah, no, it's like
so many hours in the day, right?
Yeah.
Well, you become the one thing that people play, and if they don't recognize that, they're not going to get the same people unless they steal people. You know what I mean?
And they play it at the exclusion of other things.
Well, and it's not just that. It's like you say, there's only so much gaming time. Genres have a lifespan. A lot of, when's the last time you heard of somebody, freaking out for an RTS, for example? It's not a dead genre, but it's not what it used to be. And so when you see something popular and you're like, ooh, we need to make something like that, by the time your game comes out, it may be too late.
which
skate to
puts
where the puck will be, right?
Yeah, what with that furthers the point of you got to be able to be reactive and quick.
That and the other thing, especially when you talk about genres having a lifespan, it's a lifespan can be renewed and revitalized, but you have to do something truly innovative and different. And when you're just trying to copy someone else to copy their success, you're not going to hit that. Period.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And again, when we're talking about, they tried to do the XYZ thing, but it took them too long. I mean, part of the scope creep issue is that you end up taking forever to put out your product when, sometimes it's much better just to do 3 or 4 things really great instead of trying to have 25 different gameplay systems that not everyone's going to even like anyway.
Well, that's what the Sid Meier covert action rule.
What?
Remind me of that. I've heard of it. I can't remember exactly.
Now, Sid Meier views covert action as one of his biggest failures. I still enjoyed it. I mean, I got it on Steam. I tried it out. I played it. It was kind of fun. But what covert action was it was a spy game where it had basically several different modes, like different mini games within the main game that.
Right, yeah.
And each thing kind of gave you clues to solve the mysteries that you're trying to solve, because you're trying to find the mastermind of these crime syndicates. And so, he basically built, 7 mini games that kind of work together to make one big game. But he's like, it did poorly because he's like, instead of making one game really good, I made 7 okay games that no one really got into. And he, made he calls it the covert action rule. Says, I'm never going to do that again. I'm always going to make one game and make it good. And it does one thing and it does it well. Which is, the engineering, keep it simple, stupid principle.
Yeah. It makes me think of Spore as well.
Oh, Spore. You broke my heart.
But at the same time, I still like hybrid games, that kind of mix 2 genres. So,
sure. I mean, hybridization is not exactly itself the ill. It's when you dilute your gameplay so much.
I mean, now that's kind of what the indie games genre has been built on. Is they've been combining 2 genres over and over again. What on earth is this guy building?
But I don't know, but when he piles it up like that, where it's got the green layer and then the dirt layer, it kind of looks like a cake.
Making an H drive. Oh, hi. That's what
the cake is a lie, man. Oh, it's an extruder tool.
Oh, that's fun.
Man.
Well, they got extrusion. They better have revolve and sweep too.
Well, I mean, you already saw the fact that you could change the plane that you're painting on and make it so that plane isn't even flat. It's a diagonal plane.
Oh, yeah, you just establish a new datum. I don't know. My mechanical engineering is showing, but sure.
But just the fact that this guy's switching between them so easily. I'm kind of in awe. It's so well designed. I might need to mess around with this a little bit more. I don't know.
That's impressive what these guys have put together. I do have to say.
Well, and that's the other thing, because the one thing I will say, because we talked about how, because the whole thing was Riot bought the game, and then when they announced that they were canceling it, and the internet was like, why are you canceling it? Like, we saw the trailer 7 years ago. It looked like they had something ready to go. Like, what happened? And then they started pinging the original creator because he had left the project a long time ago because he'd kind of grown frustrated. And
how long after they bought it back did they drop the
4
How many
months? 4 months.
4 weeks.
Well, it was 4 months since he bought it.
Oh, okay.
But the thing was, I will say this: a lot of other companies would have refused to sell it because they don't want to lose the IP. Yes. So I will at least grant
actually give it up. Yeah.
Yeah, I will grant Riot that they did what they needed to do. And you're like, that's a really small bar. And it's like, yeah, well, look, we have had a lot of companies not clearing low bars lately. So let's praise them when they actually clear it.
Yeah.
Now, though, speaking of Riot, one of the things I can see, though, about the benefit that these large companies have that these small companies don't, is it's so much easier for these large companies to get funding to do these sorts of projects.
Yes. Well, and that was
like the indie scene. That's like the biggest thing. It's like, oh, I want to make an indie cool thing, and it's like, okay, well, how are you going to fund it? Because
yeah, I mean, Xbox 33 relied on one guy financing it himself for a while.
Because it's like you're at the point where it's either, you know, like you find some angel investor, you take out a giant loan, or you get a publisher who's then going to take a lot of control and take all your profits. And, you know, other than that, it's like either you find a way to, you know, save up money for yourself, and hopefully you don't need to hire a lot of people, or find a way to, you know, have a full-time job to pay bills while you do it all yourself. And all of those are really difficult options. And I mean, I feel like that's the biggest barrier to the indie scene is just how to finance it.
You'd just be like Concerned Ape. He did it all himself.
Yeah, but, you know, not easy.
I mean, he was one who did a
Stardew guy.
Well, no, but I'm saying he had a full-time job, right? And just took years.
It also took him like 7 years, I think.
I think it was 7.
Like, and Balatro did the same thing, and it took him like 5 years. And Balatro's a game that if he was working on it full time, I bet he could have got it done in like a few months. But yeah, he had to do it over the course of years.
But passion tends to get things through. The other thing that was interesting was when everyone started pinging Simon, I think his name is Simon. I should double check that. But when they started pinging, the creative lead, because they're like, you know, what happened? And he's like, look, there's things that happen, blah blah blah. And they're just like, oh, can't you buy it back? And he's like, it's not that simple, and these companies don't tend to go for something like that, so I wouldn't waste your breath. And it's clear someone at Riot was like, hey, how much of our money are you willing to give us back to get this? And, you know, get this boondoggle off our hands type of thing. And he got it back, and that's when he said, okay, I got it back. I'm going to commit to 10 years of my life that I will use to try and get this game working. He's like, the problem is I need more developers, and I don't have the money to do that. And so that's when he did the pay for the pre or pay for beta access, and we're going to sort of use it like a Kickstarter. And the access was so successful that he announced that he's like, we now got enough money to pay for our developers for 2 years. And he's like, so we have 2 years of runway, which, you know, holy crap, that's amazing. But it also kind of goes to show that people were looking for something like this.
I mean, I think part of it's because Minecraft never lost its appeal, but people are sick of what Microsoft's done to Minecraft.
Or not done to Minecraft. Like, it doesn't feel like Minecraft has evolved it much in any meaningful way.
I mean, to be fair, I kind of lost interest in Minecraft once they made minecarts so dog slow.
You wanted it to where it can go faster than its ability to render chunks.
Yes, that's the way it was for the longest time, and it was wonderful, and then they broke it.
No,
They broke
no,
it,
no.
made it terrible, awful, horrible, and I know you disagree with me, Splice, but that's okay. You can be wrong.
No,
Within
Looney.
your right.
They fixed it. It was a bug. It wasn't a feature. It was. No, I'm just.
You're just trying to trigger me.
Oh, 1,000%.
Well, I mean, I will say this return of the indie darling is honestly returning to kind of the roots of game development, period, because that's what the original games, from the 80s and early 90s were. They were small, tight-knit teams. These are guys working out of their garage doing, sometimes odd jobs on the side. Games weren't a big business like they've become now.
Oh yeah, no, they were that. Well, heck, Minecraft was that too. Like,
yeah.
Minecraft has lost its identity now that it's part of this giant.
I mean, I can't believe that I was in the alpha. Like now that it's been going for over a decade.
No, I love telling people I was in the game before falling damage was.
Oh yeah.
And then falling damage came, and we all started dying over and over again because we kept forgetting you can't just jump off your buildings.
Well, and the other thing that's so funny is people talk like, "Oh, Minecraft, that's a kid's game." I'm like, when I first played Minecraft, it was a college students only game, and kids had never even heard of it, nor had access.
It was fiddly. You had to use a computer. You couldn't grab a tablet or a gaming console.
Because, like, for me, when Minecraft became a kid's game, that was the weirdest transition ever. I'm like, wait, it's a kid's game? Since when is it a kid's game?
It was always a kid's game because Legos are for everyone.
I remember the first time I saw a kid playing it on his phone, and I was just like, wait, what?
And then, of course, it also still weirds me out. It's like that I have kids that play this game despite the fact that I played this game. Like, I have kids that are in high school, and I played this game before they were born.
Yep.
You played this game before you were married, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, before I even met my wife. Minecraft's an old game, and the fact that kids still play it it's kind of
surprising.
Impressive. Yeah.
Look, it's the best-selling game of all time. There's no questioning its staying power.
The thing that I like about it, though, is like the whole exploration aspect of it just feels built in. Because, like, for example, again, we were talking about, like, if you want to go out and mine copper or iron, you don't just dig down and hope you find it. You find a cave and you go through the cave system and you see nodes in the walls.
Well, and I love how it sticks out. Like the actual ore pokes out of the block.
Yes. Well, and like you were talking about with the biome blending and stuff, it doesn't feel like I'm wandering around underground and suddenly, oh, there's a thing here. There's suddenly the environment changed. It's like, oh, there are some things changing around me. That might mean that there is an abandoned mine shaft somewhere nearby, because I'm noticing little telltale things that are showing up around. It feels more explorative rather than just, I'm going to go out and see if I can find X. It's, I'm going to go out and I'm just going to see what's there.
So there's a perfect example what you're talking about. I think it's in the Blue Forests. There are certain trees that will only spawn above caves. And so
yes, I found one.
Yeah, and so it changed, and so you see a tree of a different color, oh, there's a cave under this tree. Where's the entrance? And you can, and so they're using the terrain generation, but doing it in a way that it lets you know, hey, look at this.
It feels like there's more art in it rather than just, like Minecraft, it wasn't built to be artistic. Minecraft was built to be like, hey, here's a playground, go play. This has some art actually built in.
I mean, all the fortresses I've found as I've just been going around. I've been impressed just because it's like, here's a random fortress. There's some skeletons on it. I can go take it out. There's probably going to be a chest in here that'll give me some stuff. Wow. Okay. I might need to get this mod. Elevator mod looks cool. I just found a video, the top 5 mods in Hytale this week. Because that's the other thing. There's so many people modding the game that there's a new mod every single... I thought about getting... There's one for a local voice chat that I'm tempted to get.
Can I also say one thing that this is like a completely little thing, but there's a lot of things like this in the game that I'm just like, oh, this just feels better. If you pull out a torch, it lights up around you. You don't have to place the torch for things to light up.
Makes it so you don't have to place torches as you're going into dark areas.
Although it's a good idea if you want to find your way out.
Yes, I do recommend that. But like, I got
run out of torches. You can keep going if you're feeling daring.
Well, and one of the another thing about it is there's like a brazier, and I was out of torches, but I had this one brazier that I'd stolen from a mob. And I realized that even if you don't place it, it still gives off light. So as I was trying to fight my way back to where my torches were, things got out of control. I fell off a cliff. It was weird. And if you do that, you can... So I kept plopping it down on the ground, mining stuff, then picking it back up and just, using it as a mobile light platform. And it's just awesome.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That was another little thing that I just saw on there that just, it's already become intuitive, but it's something that I missed in Minecraft. Edge grabbing.
Oh, yes. I forgot about that.
It is wonderful because you jump up. If you're close to the top of an edge, your character will grab the edge and pull themselves up.
They're capable of chin-ups.
It's just one of those things that was so frustrating in Minecraft. It's like, why can't I jump over this? Or why can't I get up there? Your arms are above the edge. Just grab on, you little Lego dude, and in this,
the Minecraft insurmountable fences.
Yes. I actually can jump over a 2-block high fence.
Although apparently bears can do it too.
Oh my gosh, I am still not okay. So I've been, as part of building my farm, I've also been gathering up animals, and there's a lot of different kinds of animals. And one day, or earlier today, actually, I just came in and I wandered to my little animal pen that I'd built, and I just see floating meat and feathers and like little items that I can grab. I'm just like, what happened? And I looked up, and there's a bear in my pen. I'm just like, what now? So I took it down, and then it's family.
Did you eat it?
Yes, actually.
Delicious.
But that's the other thing. The animals interact with each other more than I remember in Minecraft. Like if the wolves or bears or foxes see a rabbit, they go after the rabbit or the sheep.
Yep. But if they see you, they also go after you.
Yes.
But like, for example, foxes, they see you and they'll hiss and run away. But if you attack them, then they'll turn and start fighting you. Yes. It's just like, that feels natural.
There was an ice fortress that had like some Viking dudes at it. And I was used to the skeletons where the skeletons will attack if you're, in their aggro radius or whatever. Well, these Vikings, I shot one. I'm like, okay, let's see. Let's go get his stuff. What I didn't realize is Vikings, when you attack, they kind of put out an alert. And suddenly I was swarmed by the entire camp at the same time. And I'm like, oh no. So attacking those bases, you got to pick them off one at a time. Otherwise, they gang up on you. It turns out they don't like you
Also
stealing their stuff.
Yeah. Also, the creepies that spawn at night are creepier than in Minecraft.
Yeah, it's different.
You know,
Yeah, because I haven't quite figured out how mob generation works, because it doesn't feel like it's just the light level. Yeah. At the same time, I've never had like a skeleton spawn in my base or anything, but there was like a beholder that spawned at night. It's basically a mini boss. There was a giant skeleton that I had to fight. There are these creepy crawling ones that make a noise I do not like and just swarm at you.
Oh, they make horrifying noises.
But here's the thing. They actually encourage you to go out at night, because night creatures spawn Essence of the Void. And at some of the higher levels of your crafting tables, you need 100 Essences of the Void to upgrade them. So it's like, nah, you don't get to just play it safe. You need to go out at night.
Meanwhile, farming, I get Essence of Life.
Yeah, and so it encourages you to go out there. I am very impressed with this game. And the thing is, this is the lowest level the game's going to be at.
Yeah.
Because they're still they're adding stuff every single week.
Yeah, this is the stage of the game that Minecraft didn't have damage.
Yeah. Now it helps because
when the scariest thing in the game was the creeper, because
you couldn't kill it.
Would mess your, like, you couldn't kill it, it couldn't kill you, but it could blow itself up and take down your base.
It could kill your time.
It could kill your spirit.
Yeah. But the other thing that I thought was really cool with how they force you out into the world is not only do you need all this extra stuff, they have these temples, and you need to go into the temples, and it'll spawn like it takes you to this instance of where you can't place anything, you can't do any damage or anything, and it's just like a floating village in the sky, and you can drop off memories there. And each memory is like, you have to get close to a new creature, and you get a memory of it. And that's how you upgrade your ability to create more teleporters or create a higher level crafting table. And so it's forcing you to go out and basically sort of Pokedex style document all the creatures.
Mm-hmm. I haven't found anything new, but that's because Splice has been the one.
Yeah. Apparently it's on a server level. That I didn't expect.
Yeah.
And so I'm the explorer. But no, I want to level that temple and make a new Hall of Justice on it. Especially now that I see these dev tools, I kind of want to play with them. But anyway. Well, it's only $20 if you want to get into the beta. And if anyone wants in, and you're listening and you're a responsible adult, or the child of a responsible adult that I know, let me know. I'll get you in. So yeah.
Wait, do you have to have a referral or something?
I've made my server. I've made my server. Oh. Basically, our old Minecraft server rules where it's whitelist only.
Oh, you're talking about the server. Got it.
Yeah, my personal server. And so, I think it's pretty neat. I'm having a good time with it, and it'll only get better when we get more people. Ooh, I need to poke One Boot about this.
Oh no.
You want the shuffle?
I want to bring back the shuffle.
Bring back the shuffle.
I don't think the shuffle will be the issue.
No, it won't.
I think she'll live on your server.
That's fine. I like One Boot.
Well, the shuffle's the only thing that'll get her off the server.
It was my favorite thing when she showed up randomly on my stream one day. I'm like, holy crap, it's One Boot. And none of my Amiibo people knew who One Boot was. And I'm just like, no, she's famous for her dance moves, the One Boot Shuffle. And they're just like, dance moves? What was going on in your club? And she's like, it's not It's not what it seems like. One boot. You should boot yourself from from my Twitch stream just for old time's sake. And then I have to explain what the one boot shuffle is to these people, and they're just like, "What was this server?" And it's like, it was magical, is what it was.
It was madness in a time of madness. It looks like your mention of Pokemon summoned Lizzie to chat.
Oh, yes. Lizzie, you should play this game. It'll be great. There's got to be Pokemon mods for this thing already. Wait a second.
Pokemon?
It almost sounds like you want us to play with you like we did back in those
It'd be fun.
Minecraft
Or your kids,
days.
I don't care.
He just wants somebody to play.
Yeah.
Man,
and sure enough, Pokemon inspired add-on for
time.
Hytale.
I do remember so much of that though was, I was a new parent and I had a newborn. It was just in my arms while, building stuff on that server. But yeah, those days are gone.
No, it's much better. Now we have child labor that we can utilize.
Now it's family bonding time.
Like, okay, I definitely would have some kids that would want to make a farm with all the animals, as many animals as possible. I mean, I've seen their Minecraft worlds where they have like 50 leashes in their hand at once because of all the animals that they have.
Oh my.
So
there are many, many animals.
Could you have a farm with bunnies?
Yep.
Well, yeah, I don't know if you can.
Absolutely happen.
My bunnies got eaten by a bear.
Are those bunnies or are those jackalopes?
Those are jackalopes. Yes, that's the thing. They're bunnies, but they have horns.
Yeah, they're definitely jackalopes.
The mythical bunnies. Yeah, that'll work.
And the baby ones have them too. Yes, there are baby versions of all the animals as well.
Yes.
That will definitely get those.
And I've apparently caused Baggins problems because I was doing experiments.
You were.
Look, murdering the parents to see if they grew up was fine.
You weren't doing experiments. You were performing eugenics.
Look, if I don't do it this way, I'll never know if they grow up. Turns out they don't grow up yet.
Yeah, that hasn't been implemented.
All I've done is made eternal orphans that roam around kind of my base.
No, I've actually adopted them all, but they got eaten by a bear. So,
well, I just want to point out, okay, it's you think you're doing such a better job, but at least they were alive when I was dealing with them.
The bear would have gotten them.
Just saying, you're a little safe pen.
Listen, I learned some things from that. I've built a more secure pen.
Tell that to the graves.
You're a monster.
Is there a ghost mod?
Build a pen secure enough to keep splice out.
Oh, there's no pen safe from that. I'm the mod of the server.
It's called being far enough away that Splice doesn't know where it is.
Unfortunately, the inn is right across the river from his base.
Yeah, that's not going to work out so well.
But no, I'm very excited for this, and if you guys are interested, let me know. I'll get you in. Because I'm gonna have a good time with it.
There is definitely high potential.
I do feel like your server would exclude some of the people that were kind of more obnoxious in our old server too.
I don't know what you're talking about, and everyone was well behaved.
No, it's okay. We'd let you in, Looney.
No, I would.
I'm not gonna name names.
Yeah, let's not name names. Let's not do that. I would.
I bet you could guess who I'm thinking about, though. I bet you could guess.
Your list of grievances. This is not.
It's not Festivus. It's not time for the airing of grievances. No, I would say we might put a rule, something to the effect of when you build something, you need to kind of check sight lines and make sure you're not ruining someone else's sight line.
Yeah. Yep.
Because we didn't make an early rule about that. Things got crazy. I like that it got crazy, but I'm out of my crazy phase.
Oh, we're going to become a NIMBY server.
It more just
100%. I'm all about the NIMBY server. Yeah.
You got to keep your property values up.
Well, yeah, I'm worried about that. Look, I don't want anyone making any, gambling dens next to my place.
I need to make this space highway right here.
It's like if you go far, far out of your way to have a nice view, you don't want suddenly to log back in. And
just one day you show up and something bigger than the Pyramid of Giza. I did the math. It was twice as big as the Pyramid of Giza, and just suddenly right next to you.
It's like you're building a nice big building, and then suddenly there's this big ugly. Yeah.
It wasn't ugly. It was just big.
But hey, you could move your entire structure like 2 blocks to the left.
Yeah, and that gets you out of people's way.
Uh-huh.
That's the other thing. The mod tools, I actually think even if we do end up in a situation like that, I'm looking at it.
There's might be able and paste stuff.
Might be able to just slide it over, be like, "Hey, where do you want this base you made? We need to move it."
Interesting.
I'll need to mess around with those tools before I do that. And accidentally, it's like, oh, I clicked the wrong thing. Sorry, your entire base is now entirely cobblestone.
And yes, Splice is the HOA president.
That's right.
Oh my!
But no, it's a lot of fun.
I didn't sign an HOA charter.
I have altered the seal. Pray I don't alter it further.
Oh, and now there's
you alter your deal. I'm altering mine.
Yeah, that's right. You may be the actual landlord, but no, I'm the virtual landlord. Huh? It doesn't sound as hardcore as I was hoping for some reason. Anyway.
No, I still think Baggins has most of the power in this situation.
Okay, so Splice becomes a slumlord. That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah, I'd probably need to move him out of the room with the breaker box.
Anyway, all right. It's late. People got to go to bed. Let's wrap this up. Baggins, do you want to promote anything?
I've been reading some classic comics, really enjoying them. Most recently just finished The Court of Owls. That wasn't my favorite. I loved The Long Halloween though. So, yeah.
All right. Petrivka.
Dungeon Crawler Carl is fantastic. I finally joined the hype train over the holiday. It's a lot of fun.
I haven't heard of that. What is it?
He was at at Dragonsteel Nexus.
He was at Dragonsteel. Yeah, he's really popular on the Utah circuit for some reason. But it's basically an isekai literature RPG in a book.
Isekai, but it's still planet Earth, but
barely. It's been transformed.
I mean, yes, but I mean it's more like, I don't know, Hitchhiker's
It's a reverse isekai. The other world comes to you.
Sure, yeah. The Earth becomes the dungeon, so,
Though, yeah, Lizzie's been reading it, though, I don't know, it sounds like it's got probably more language than I like in a book, but...
It does have the language not recommended for children, but it is a lot of fun.
I have not heard of this. Okay. I missed that at Dragonsteel. All right. And then Looney.
Yeah, I'll promote Lizzie and her ability to go way far out in a server where no one else could possibly bug her to only have wake up and find someone next door. But also...
Spoiler alert, it was Lunasaur.
No.
This is the story of how they became married.
No, dude. You don't remember the story.
No, I
Oh,
do. That's why it's fun for me.
He's trolling you. He
okay.
is trolling you.
But no, Lizzie does Pokemon streaming, doing shiny hunting. So, yeah, good stuff.
Speaking of Lizzie, check what I sent you in Discord. You can find me at twitch.tv/splicestream. I've mostly just been playing Hytale on that. I'm not gonna lie. I've been having a good time with it. I just got the very basics of my underwater base built, but I'm gonna need a lot more materials before I get that done. The nice thing is, the one mod I have installed is glass, because that was the one thing they didn't have that I needed. And it now looks like I am at the bottom of a world where all the fish fly. It's fun.
Ah, yes, I remember that. Well, guys, it's been a while, but I think we